Hey, Chris Hazelton here with a few quick technique tips on how to make your jazz organ bass lines funkier, fatter, and more effective. Now, this video is not going to talk about music theory because there's plenty of resources out there for that. But this is just going to talk about mechanical tips on how you play the B3 to attain better bass lines. Before we get started, as a frame of reference, I'm using the classic Jimmy Smith setup on the lower manual and on the pedals, with the 16-foot drawbar all the way out, the 8-foot drawbar all the way out, a little touch of the 5 1/3, nothing else out on the lower manual, and then the 16-foot drawbar on the pedals all the way out with the 8-foot all the way in. One of the most vital components of playing jazz organ bass comes from playing with both feet. And I'll start off by saying a lot of players prefer to play in socks, but I prefer to play in shoes, and especially shoes with a flat sole like this. They add a little bit more support to your ankle and to your heel. Now the focus with the left foot as you're playing a left hand bass line is to tap as close to the front end of that beat as possible. Line it up so that it's mimicking the pluck of a string bass. And you'll notice that I like to trace the bass line that I'm playing with my left hand with my left foot. That puts the foot in a good position to take over if I need to lift my left hand off for something. Switch a drawbar setting, flip the Leslie switch, then I can return to my left hand, and I'm right back to the same place. Tip number 2. Notice my right foot is not pumping as I'm playing the bass line. It's staying pretty solid and just reacting to what my right hand is playing. A lot of beginning players I see like to pump this. And I think it really takes away from the lyrical value of the right hand. The third tip is very simple, and that's to keep it simple. In the left hand and the left foot, the focus should always be on the quarter note, and putting that quarter note right down the middle of the beat, letting the right hand dictate where the swing is at rather than the left hand. Don't get caught playing a lot of triplet stuff while you're walking a bass line. I feel like that'll bog down the swing. Now that doesn't really apply if you're playing in 2, where you can get away with a little bit more. When you're in 4, just let the quarters drive the bus. If this video was helpful to you, give it a like. If you want more content with me on the Hammond B-3 organ, give the channel a subscribe. Thanks a lot.